Okay, I think you have ever thought about extracting data from the web. Let's say extracting all the list of countries in the world with their populations, and you want to do maybe an analysis, you're doing a research, and you want to combine this with their GDP, every country's GDP. So you can get this data on web. Like this is from the World Bank data for all the GDPs for all the countries. And here we have a list of all countries and their populations and when the population was or the census was taken. So in case you want to extract this, you don't just do a copy and paste. We don't just copy this and paste it in Excel. That is not what you need to do. So stay on this call. I'm going to take you through step by step how you can extract this data into your Excel. So let's start. Open your Excel, go to data, look out for from web. If you're using 2019 and above or 365, you should be having this. Go to data, look from web. Then it will open a dialog for me to put in the URL. So you can go and get the URL directly from web if you have already opened that data you want to extract. I'll copy this and paste this in new URL. Go ahead and OK. So the moment I OK this, it is going to load and it is going to pop up a dialog box, a navigator that should show me all the tables that are existing on that web I have extracted. It may take some time depending on how the web is structured or how your internet is. So this is it. So when you look at this, it is giving me a list of all the tables on that web. And when you click on each of the table, you get a preview on the left, on the right. So we get a preview. So these are not the tables we are looking for. So when you go to that sheet, you'll find that there are many tables. This is a table. This is a table. When you go at the bottom, you'll find that there are many tables. And mostly even this may be a table. So sometimes you find on the web, most data is structured in tables. But you look out for the exact table you're looking for. So the table we're looking for is this list of countries and territories by total population. And when you check here, this is it. So we go ahead and click on that, then load or transform. So for the first time, I'm going to load this. So when you load this, it is going to load in your Excel as a table. So you also give it some time, it loads with the query pane on the right, where we have to monitor the loading. So after it has loaded, it will show you the list of rows that have been loaded. So if you check here, it has loaded 242 rows and all the countries extracted from top to bottom. So that's how you extract data from the web. So this data will refresh automatically directly from the web. And if I want to set up the schedule of refresh, I'll come and right click on the query, go to properties. There is under usage tab, there is now this, the default is enabled to do a refresh in the background. But if I want to refresh this maybe every after 20 minutes, you can do that. If you want to refresh this data when you open the file, you can do that. So it depends on how you want to use the data and when you want it to refresh. So you can set up that, then you do OK, it will refresh. There are many options here. You can go ahead and reference, you can merge, you can load it into a pivot table, name them. So you can go back to edit and you edit exactly what you need and you remove maybe other columns you don't need. That's it. Now, I want to open another one. So if now we want to merge more than one sources, so I'll go to data, then you go to from web, we pick the same web. So I have already the webs with me here. So I'll copy this, paste it here. This is the list of populations for all the countries. Here we go. The navigator will load, and we should be able to load all the tables on that web page. So when it has loaded, you look out for the table you need. You can even search. In the navigator, there is a search option. If you want to extract more than one table, you can click on select multiple items. Then you go ahead and select the tables you need. Then if you want to look at it, how it appears on the web, you click here. Actually, you go on the web and check. And this is exactly what we saw the other side. This is the how it appears. And this is the table you're looking for. So let's go on the table view. This is what I need. This time I'm going to transform data since I want to pick more than one. So it is going to open a Power Query editor. If you have used Power Query editor, this is familiar to you. Now I want to pick another one for GDP. So you'll click here, you go from web, then you also put another URL. So I will pick my URL, which is already here, copy, and I paste it here. Make sure that the moment you paste, it is not having extensions of authorization like the comma, the question marks, and all that. Then I'll go ahead and OK. And remember, everything on web is anonymous. So since this one was already a CSV, it comes this format. I'll go ahead and OK. So when you're in the Power Query editor, it gives you an option to edit and get exactly what you need. So what I need here is the country and the GDP. So I'll go ahead and rename this to country. Country. So when you double click in the column section, you're able to rename, and this is the GDP in millions. So what I don't need, I only need this column and this, which means I don't need the other columns. I can right click and say remove other columns, or you can select the other ones you want to delete and remove them. So I will remove other columns. I'll remain with these two. Now the next thing I don't need is, I don't need blanks. There are two options. You can use the filter function and check out anything you don't need, or if you want to remove the empties, you hover your cursor and remove empties. That is gone. Then let's remove anything that is not a digit by clicking here and check this, go at the bottom, and we also uncheck this, that, and that. Okay, so this is what we need for the GDP. Then let's go to the list of countries. Actually, you can even rename here and call this population. So there we go. So I've renamed this to population, and you'll see that the query automatically changes to population. So here, what I need still, I need the country and the population, maybe the percentage in the world. So I don't need the others. I don't need the country when the census was done. So I'll select this, the country, and the percentage population. So right click and remove others. Boom, they will go. So I don't need the world population because that is the total I can get. So if you want to remove this for the world, you can go to the filter and look out for world and check it. Then the other option is, if you want to remove only this, I can right click on it and say text filter that does not equal to that word I don't need, that is world. So the moment I say not equal to that, it will automatically disappear. So when you realize here I'm plotting, or I'm creating the steps I'm applying, that's how it is in Power Query. Otherwise, if you have not done anything or any course in Power Query, reach out to our videos we have created about Power Query, or you can reach out to our emails or leave a comment. We shall reach you out and schedule a call with you. So this is it. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to merge because I want to create one table that has both the population and the GDP. So I'm going to do the merge, and I will do merge as a new table. I'm going to create a new table, then merge. So this table is for population, then here I will have the table for GDP. Now, what do I need? I need to combine this and this. My I will save this. My default table is population. That's why I want to bring in the GDP. So what does it mean that I remain with all the population, then bring in the GDP? So here there are options. So the options that left out are all from the first matching from second. So you remain with everything in first and matches in second. But if I want only countries that have their population and GDP, I'll come to this inner, only matching rows. So it means that it will only bring countries with population and both population and GDP. So that's what I will go for. So the moment I OK this, it is going to create my new merged. So I can call this one population VS versus GDP. So here we go. You see now the combination here shows there is a table that I'm combining. So you come on this on these arrows combining. Now what I need, I already have the country here, so I don't need the country. Then here they are showing me, do you want to use the original column name as a prefix? No. What they mean here that using it as a prefix means to bring GDP.GDP in millions. I don't need that. So I will uncheck that. So when I do OK, the column GDP appears on the same table. So then I can go ahead and load this. So loading this, you come to this and close and load. So if you never want to load these other two tables, you can always right click on them and disable them from loading. You can go to properties and disable them from loading. So I'll go ahead and close and load. So all the tables now will load into my Excel sheet as tables, and I'm going to show you how they have loaded. So you see GDP already had 221 rows loaded. We saw that in population there were 240 something, but remember we said those that are matching both population and GDP. So population was 241. Then you see that the population versus GDP, those that have both population and GDP, they are 168. And here we go. So you see that we have population, which means we can move this to the left to make sure that we arrange that, press a shift and move that. So we have the country, the population, the GDP, and the percentage population it has in the world. So if I bring this into percentage, you see India is 17% and China is 17% in the world's population. Then the other countries follow. Otherwise, that's it. If you found this video helpful, please remember to leave a comment, a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel, and we meet you in the next video. Bye bye.